So, and also the host checklist. So here's the thing. Once you get a party in your date book, you have to always make sure that, first of all, you have the mentality that this party is about your hostess. You know, it's your job to make sure that your host gets the most amount of free stuff possible. And when you do that, she's going to be a happy host, and a happy host means a repeat host that will continue to go back in your date book down the road and will refer people to you. So the key is, it's not just handing a party planning packet over to Mary and saying, okay, great, Mary, I'll see you on February 3rd or whatever, and then you don't contact her until the day before the party. You know, the key is you have to make sure that you understand you're partnering with your hostess, because not every person knows how to have a party or to have a successful party. You know, that's where you come in, because remember, you're partying for a living, right? So here's the thing. First of all, you have to be prepared and organized, right? So when you're going to a party, or you date a party over the phone or whatever, you're going to provide all your hostesses with a party planning packet. So this is the folder. Inside the folder, there's materials. So the one thing that I'm going to tell you back, I used to hold about 4 to 5 parties a week as a director. You know, that was something that I prided myself in, was being one of the top personal sellers at our company. And the one thing that I'm going to tell you is that it was all about organization. You know, my party planning packets, I would make them up ahead of time. I had my folders done. I would replenish and try to stay organized. And when you do that, it does make it easier for you to be able to continue to hold more parties consistently. So the key is, with the party planning packets, you can make them up ahead of time. Now, what I put in a party planning packet, and would suggest, because this formula works, is a what we call a how to have $1,000 party checklist for your hostess. This is all of these handouts are actually posted to the True Destiny Facebook page. How to calculate outside orders, so that goes through how to fill them out, and then also your outside order form sheet. So you're going to put that in there. I would suggest putting some recruiting information, for instance, the recruiting flyer, because remember that your hostess is always your prime, recruiting opportunity there. And then I typically would put 3 catalogs and 3 sales flyers also in your party planning folder. So how you would go through with this with the hostess, again, is picking out your date at your party, and going through the party planning packet with her. Now, could you easily hand this over to her and have her read it herself? Sure, but chances are she's not going to do that. So I would highly suggest, when you're going through party planning, fill out the date and time on the outside of your packet. Make sure your information's everywhere. I would suggest with these, actually printing a label, or if you have a stamper, just make sure that you stamp it. But always make sure every piece of literature has your name and phone number and email address. You don't ever want to hand out a catalog or a sale flyer or anything that doesn't have your contact information on it. So when you're going through this, I would simply sit down and make sure you have your date and everything secured, and go through the letter. When you're reading through it, just going through each individual step and getting them to understand that if they follow this formula, then you'll have a successful party. So the first thing is, decide you want to have $1,000 party. Reserve date for such and stage. Over invite. A third of the people you invite will attend, a third will place an order, and a third will do nothing. So remember, your personal invitation will increase these odds, and works perfectly with the flyer being sent out. Just so you know, our sale flyer can actually be used as an invitation. I have to tell you, this formula has worked for eons of years, and if you send an invitation out, it's almost like your insurance policy that party's going to hold. So don't underestimate sending out a paper invitation. In today's world, where people don't get anything but junk mail or bills, to get something as a reminder in the mail is fun. So that's just an extra insurance also for you that party's going to hold when a guest list has gone out. Because if for some reason, unless it's an emergency, that hostess has to cancel, she's going to have to call all those people back. And chances are, just because she doesn't want to have the party anymore, she's not going to do that. She will continue with her party, trust me. So the other thing is to complete your guest list and mail it back or email it back within 48 hours. Now, there are highlighted suggestions on here, and you can tell them that they'll get an extra gift. That's my suggestion, little gadget, whatever. But also personally send a text or make a phone call to each person on the list. Sound excited about your party. I promise you, you and your guests will have fun. Encourage each of the guests to bring a friend. I will give them an extra gift at the party. Number 6 is to set your goal at 10 adult guests in attendance. When your 10th guest arrive, you will see a bonus gift from me. I will have an extra gift for all the guests who bring in order from someone who cannot attend the party. Number 8, pick 5 people to take the catalog, so they will help you collect 5 outside orders, and they can actually also, host their own party too, of course. So have 6 prepaid outside orders by the day of the party, or the night of the party. Checks can actually be made out to you personally as a consultant. They can pay by Discover, Visa, or MasterCard, or cash. Now, if this would be word choices that I would say, if for some reason you have to change the date, Mary, I need you to notify me right away, because I put these dates in my date book and I make arrangements, for a sitter. So I want to make sure that you understand, that this is my full-time job, so I have to coordinate it into my schedule. So it's okay to say those types of words, just so you know, because the bottom line is, when you put a date into your date book, you're going on, the fact that party's going to hold, so you don't want to overdate them. Now, the other thing is, when you're going through this, have her start to, actually, there's another form in here about a host gift sheet that you can have her start to fill out. If you have a goal in mind for your hostess and she has some gifts picked out of what she wants, it will make the process a little bit easier, because of course she has a reason to why she needs to have that $600 party or 2 datings, which is one of the host levels. Or she needs to have the $1,000 party and the 2 datings in order to get the extra bonuses. So the key is, if she's motivated, she will help work, and she will help get the people there, she'll help get the outside orders, and she'll help get the datings. So the key is, with hosting parties, understand it's so much easier to partner with your hostess and help her get all of her gifts, because if you help her, I promise you, $1,000 party and 2 datings, not only does that put $250 in your paycheck, straight to you, but it also gives you 2 more new dates to be able to potentially do the same thing. So that's the key, is once you get good at this, you will know that the $1,000 party and 2 datings is a reality, and a reality that could bring you, if you held 1 party a week and party planned it to be that $1,000 party, that's going to bring you about $1,400 in profit every single month. So the key is going through this packet, and also we do have a host checklist. I would suggest that you use that in conjunction with the party planning. The checklist actually is a reminder list for you, so you know that you did all the specific things for your hostess. So last and most importantly is, once you're starting to put these, put your parties in place and start to party plan, I want you to get familiar with your bonus levels, because at each individual level over $1,500, for every $500 increments, you're going to receive a bonus check. This is for your personal sales in every given month, and just know there's lots of money to be made. You just have to determine how many parties you want to hold, and that will determine your paycheck. So again, Party Planning 101. Stay tuned to some other training videos.